Alright, what's up people? This is SithFurion, and right now we're going to be jumping into episode 3, well, part 3 of Ahsoka. It's been a week. I've watched quite a few reaction videos to part 1 and part 2. I know now a bit more to do with like characters and their relationships with each other, a bit more on the lore and stuff. So I feel like I'm a little bit more clued up on stuff that I might have like overlooked or went over my head in the last 2 episodes. But here now in the show, we've established that there's a ball with a map. There's a map to General Thrawn, and also there's a possibility that it could also lead to Ezra. So of course, both sides, they're after this ball. This map is really precious, but it looks like the traces of the Empire, you know, they know where Thrawn is and how to get there. They're actually building like a giant device thing. Like it looks like what Obi-Wan used in the prequel trilogy, because of course like his small little fighter ship didn't have like a hyperdrive system in it, so they need like this ring where the ship could lock into it and then shoot across the galaxy. It looks like something very similar. They're actually using hyperdrive systems from superstar destroyers to build this thing, so obviously they're going to try and shoot across the galaxy and go into a new galaxy to like bring back Thrawn. But in the last episode, Hera and Chopper, they managed to put a tracker on one of the ships that was taking the hyperdrive from the superstar destroyer. So hopefully in this episode they'll be able to track them and find out where they are. And you know, hell yeah, man. I'm really digging this show so far. Like I've said before, I think a lot of the casting I think is perfect. I'm really intrigued with a lot of the newer characters, like Balin. Is it Balin Skull? How he was saying about how like it's going to be sad that Ahsoka would die because Jedis, you know, they're rare now and everything. So he's kind of interesting. He doesn't seem like your normal Sith. I keep calling them Sith, but we don't really know what they are. Like, are they grey Jedis? Like what are they? The female, I think she's called like Shin something. I read it. Is it Shin Haiti or something like that? And then the third guy, apparently there's a lot of like rumors about who this guy is because he's wearing a mask. Like at first I thought he might just end up being just like a red shirt, like some random like Inquisitor or something that we're not really going to know much about because Ahsoka's going to kill him. But damn man, Star Wars fanbase are actually going a bit crazy over this character. Apparently Sam Witwer is in the credits, so people saying that it might be him, and if it is him then he's a Star Killer and all this other stuff. Absolute madness. It would be kind of cool if it was him with all the talk of cloning and everything, and if it is a clone of Starkiller, you've got Ahsoka that is the Padawan of Anakin, and then you've got Starkiller who's the Padawan of Darth Vader, who could come face to face. That could be kind of cool. I'm just kind of intrigued. Look, like if they go down that road, then it means that the Force Unleashed games are canon. So I don't think there are now. I think they were just legend content, right? When Disney took over. I don't know. So it'll be really interesting to see what they do. Because even though like Ahsoka now is kind of standing on her own 2 feet, she's going on a whole new journey, training Sabine and everything. At some point, we've got to bring up Vader. At some point, we need to bring up Anakin, because I feel like Ahsoka's past and history is so entwined with Anakin that it has to kind of come up, especially now that she's training someone, that she's gone from being the apprentice to the master. I don't know. I just feel like conversations of Anakin and Vader and everything is going to come up. It's got to. That's why I'm thinking like the whole possibility of Starkiller could be a thing, because, you know, history and shit. You never know. But yeah, anyway, we're going to get into this. If you're interested in watching the full length, it is up on my Patreon right now, including every single full length for this show so far. By the time you watch this, I think episode 5 would have aired on Disney. I don't know, I'm thinking about it, and I think it might be episode 6 or 5. I don't know. It doesn't matter. If you want to know, I'll put it in the comment. I'll pin it. Go check it out and follow the link. Jump onto my Patreon, watch all the full lengths. Early access as well, they'll be up there. Links will be all down below. But for now, episode 3, Ahsoka. Let's do this, man.
Gaiki. Kisei. Kise. Kire.
That's cool, man.
Gaiki. Set. Yoki. Yate.
Well,
Not bad. But not good.
it's been a while.
I see you still remember the basics.
That's actually really cool.
I discovered that according to Hu Yang, I'm the worst candidate to be a Jedi out of every Jedi he's ever known.
You told her that?
It's true.
Jesus.
Doesn't matter.
I think it does.
Agreed.
Wow.
Here, put this on.
You're joking.
Wow.
I can't see. How am I supposed to fight?
I want you to see with more than just your eyes.
Okay. Now what?
Listen to my voice. Do you know where I am?
Next to Hu Yang.
Are you sure?
Uh,
Ready position. Feel my presence. Follow my voice. Sense my intention.
wow. Okay. I actually really like this stuff because I think it's important to show people learning and failing and getting better over time instead of just naturally just, oh, I've got it, I can handle anything. Right. There you go.
Anger and frustration are quick to give power,
Yeah.
but they also unbalance you. Let's go again.
Again. Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
We have former Imperials working throughout every level of the New Republic government, and they have all taken an oath of loyalty.
Long live the Empire doesn't sound like the kind of loyalty we're looking for.
Yeah.
It was my understanding that the offenders were arrested and the facility shut down pending further investigation.
Yes, but I believe their activity speaks to a larger operation involving Thrawn.
Grand Admiral Thrawn? But how is that possible? He disappeared years ago.
I have reason to believe he is alive, and that his allies are working on a way to find him. If I could get approval to send a task force to the Denab system, I could find out.
General, be honest. Isn't this just another attempt to gain New Republic resources to aid in what has ultimately been your personal quest to find Ezra Bridger? And that you conveniently use a threat of Thrawn's return to acquire those resources that could be put to a more practical purpose, helping the people of our fledgling republic.
Wow.
Were you ever in the war, Senator?
No.
Just sat back and waited to see who came out on top?
Ooh. Yeah. Or he's actually connected to the Empire and he doesn't want people going after that information.
Thrawn is not your typical Imperial officer. I know because I fought against him. He killed friends, people who were like family to me. I've spent most of my life fighting a war, and that's why I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one.
Grand Admiral Thrawn is dead. And I'm sorry to say it is my opinion that your friend Ezra Bridger heroically died with him.
You don't know that.
General.
I don't trust that one though. I reckon he's got connections to the Empire. I bet you.
Hey, Mom! Mom! Is it true Aunt Sabina's gonna be a Jedi?
Now, where did you hear that?
Chopper told me. I want to be a Jedi.
Yeah, I know you do, Jason.
That's Kanan's kid, right? Because I know them two had hooked up and stuff in Rebels. One day he'll be a Jedi. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he'll get trained by Luke, you know? And sadly he'll be one of the kids that Ben Solo strikes down. Jesus.
I was hoping that the urgency of our situation could expedite my training a bit.
I'm afraid it doesn't work like that.
I know, I can't use the Force. I don't feel it. Not like you do.
Force resides in all living things, even you.
If that's true, then why doesn't everyone use it?
Talent is a factor, but training and focus are what truly defines someone's success. Not everyone can handle the type of discipline it takes to master the ways of the Force. Start small.
Yeah. I know that they've hinted at it in Rebels, apparently, that she is Force sensitive.
I'm going to give this my best.
So I reckon by the end of this show, she'll be using it. Is she gonna?
Force is in all of us.
I'm one with the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force is with me.
Sabine, I've got Hera.
Yeah, not yet. Not yet. They've set it up. She'll move it. Oh no, it'll be like a moment where it's like life or death. Like she has to use it, and she does it, and you know, it'll be like a big like dramatic moment. And oh.
Tracking 2 squadrons of 3 crafts.
Tailgun, please.
On it.
Tailgun ready.
Copy that.
2 and 3. Close range and engage.
Hey, hold it steady.
Remember,
Learn to anticipate.
Now's not the time for a lesson.
Come on.
Dive. Woo! I got one.
Good work.
Great kid, don't get cocky.
Morgan, they're entering your sector.
I'm surprised you let them get this far. Stay clear.
Let them.
Steady, steady. This is intolerable.
You want it closer. Deflector's at 10%.
Wow.
Yang.
Just a moment. Just a moment. Scan complete.
Destroyed.
They are off our scope.
What?
I have eyes on them. We'll take it from here.
What's working? Not much. Our backup kicked in, but we're dead in space. No hyperdrive, no cannons.
We got incoming.
Wow.
Work fast. I'm going out there.
Out there?
What?
Out where?
Just keep working. I'll distract them.
She's literally going out there. Okay, is she gonna do like some general layer, like floating through space thing? The episode is called Time to Fly. If she starts floating through space. Got one.
I got it! I got it!
that's great. Now get me.
Get ready!
I thought she was going to use the Force to pull like herself closer. That's cool, man.
I'm tracking something up ahead.
Another ship?
No.
What?
Oh, wow, okay. Space whales.
We're in pretty bad shape. Better set us down.
And complete. Oh, took my battery back up a while to cycle, I suppose. What did I miss?
We almost died.
Multiple times.
Ah, yes. Standard operating procedure.
Kind of cool. Planet of, like, red trees.
Shut the power down.
I protest. I have a lot of work to do.
Standard Jedi protocol.
I suppose that's true.
Shutting down.
Any sign of them?
Nothing.
They must be hiding in the forest. Let's regroup.
I'm so intrigued with the one with the helmet. Murrock, was it?
The good news is the enemy vessel is still under construction and not yet complete. There are 6 hyperdrive engines in place, with the final one being set into position. A craft with these power levels and configuration would be capable of a hyperspace jump of astonishing speed and distance.
Yang, could a ring like that make a jump to a neighboring galaxy?
Theoretically, if one knew the coordinates and navigation, yes, I believe it could. The Jedi archives speak of intergalactic hyperspace lanes between galaxies, which used to follow the migration paths of star whales named Purgle.
Purgle. I'm sure I've already heard that name before, but...
The Jedi have taken refuge in the forest. Hunt them down.
Oh, don't end. Oh, you're kidding me. Right, so, God, it's so good. This is one of the things that I hate about watching something week after week after week. It's having to wait. I'd rather just sit and binge watch, like, at my own pace. Like, to kind of go on to the whole point of the New Republic and everything. I reckon, because, like, we saw it in the last episode, about how, like, there are still people loyal to the Empire. I think you might actually have that with the Senate. There's people who didn't take part in the war. There's people who, I guess, didn't even pick a side. Like, I'm sure this has been kind of, like, talked about before. That there was people who just benefited from the Empire reigning, you know. People profiteering from the war. From both sides, you know what I mean? The same people supplying the rebels with ships was also supplying the Empire with ships. That kind of thing even happens today in our world, you know. And I think that guy who was on the Senate, I mean, he might be all happy with, like, the New Republic, but you might never know. There might be a part of him that was like, man, we were making so much credit back in the days of the Empire. I don't know, maybe he's on that same type of thing, or he's actually loyal to the Empire, you know? But then, at the same time, from their standpoint, how many times has Hera come to them with something to do with Thrawn, or some way to get Ezra back? Because they instantly jumped on top of that. Like, oh, is this just another ploy to get forces and stuff to track down Ezra? You know, how many times have you know, she done this? There's new lead, there's a new bit of information, we need to go after it, you know. But no, I don't trust that guy. And obviously there's more of them if they have all kind of rallied up and said, no, we can't go and help. So it looks like Ahsoka is going to have to do this on her own with Sabine. But, like, the more you think about it, the more the show is, like, laying on, like, this whole thing, like, this big threat that Thrawn could come back, the Empire could come back, this and that. It's like, well, why don't you reach out to Luke? Ahsoka knows Luke. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you reach out for help? Especially, like, something this big, this huge. Like, I know he's doing his thing, but at the same time, it's... Like something this important, that if Thrawn comes back, it's the rebirth of the whole entire Empire. Because that's what they keep kind of hinting at. I don't think we're going to see it, to be honest with you. I would love to see Luke in like regular episodes helping. But I don't think we're going to see it. Anyway, as far as Sabine, the whole training thing, like I said, I know that it's been hinted at apparently in Rebels that she is Force sensitive, and I don't think she'll tap into it just by moving a cup. That's kind of stupid to me. I think she'll use the Force in like a big dramatic moment, life and death, like she needs to activate something and she can't reach it and she reaches out and uses the Force, you know what I mean? You know, a bit like Luke in the start of Empire, when he's hanging upside down and he reaches out and doesn't really work and he has to focus and take a deep breath and then he reaches and he grabs it. It'll be something like that, I bet you. It'll be some big dramatic moment. But to have that pay off, they need to set it up once or twice where she fails. Maybe she'll be trying to do it herself and it won't work. And then in that big dramatic moment, she'll do it and it'll pay off. I like the whole training thing as well. Ahsoka seems like a great teacher. What goes back to what I was saying at the start about something echoing back to Anakin, you know, and her past. They've got her, man, at some point, like a conversation or something. Man, if we get a flashback. Imagine that, a live action flashback to when Ahsoka was young and you've got Anakin teaching her something. Ooh, get Hayden Christensen back, man. Worked for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I mean, they could, like, it could be something like Sabine needs to learn, but to learn this thing, Ahsoka has had to learn it herself. So, like, we could show her learning it through Anakin. Something, you know what I mean? They've just got to set something up. This is me wishing for things again, what will probably never happen. But yeah, man. Just gotta wait for another week now, ain't we? I hate this, man, so much. But if you're interested in watching the full lengths and the next few episodes, hopefully, I don't know how far I'm going to be in front, but there'll be a link down below. Go check that out. But for now, give this video a thumb up if you like it. Comment down below, let me know what you think, and subscribe if you haven't already, man. All right? I've been SithFurion, and I'll catch you in the next one, man.